Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Marilyn Martinez, and today our team will be presenting our current progress on our summer research project, Drone Mapping and Photogrammetry for Virtual Reality. Here is a quick overview of what our group's research centered around. Our group focused on utilizing drones for image capturing. In order to execute our plan, we needed to decide what drones were required based on criteria that we will go into shortly. We looked into what photogrammetry is and how it can be used to create digital twins, which are 3D models or virtual representation of a real-world object. Not only did we do research on selecting the proper drones, but the proper software as well. This required us to look into both commercial and open source mission planners. Finally, we will discuss our future goals and potential that can come from continuing developments on a project of this scale. Searching for a quality drone is not easy. We had to research on whether the brand of the drone was reliable and that the performance matched the price point. The price of the drone also depended on the market. We depended mainly on secondhand markets like eBay, considering that many top-shelf drones have either halted or have delayed production due to a combination of the effects from the pandemic and high demand. Much of our investigation was based on reviews and the level of experience required, considering most of the team had little experience piloting drones, but it also depended on their compatibility with the software we had available. After much consideration, we narrowed our selection down to the DJI Phantom 4 Pro, DJI Mavic Air, and the Skydio 2. The first drone we acquired was the DJI Phantom 4 Pro at a price of $750. This drone came highly recommended as it is considered the industry standard when it comes to its over-the-top performance in videography and photography. The Phantom 4 Pro is used by professionals in various industries like in construction for land surveying, engineering for inspections in hard-to-reach places, and even in entertainment for getting special shots and footage. What makes this drone so well-rounded and a great candidate for this project is that it is compatible with all professionals and consumer mapping software on the market. The second drone we were able to acquire for a more reasonable price of $350 was the DJI Mavic Air. Although the price is much lower, the performance and quality of this drone are great in terms of image acquisition. Considering that both our drones are part of the DJI ecosystem, we are able to share data-like image, videos, and mission plans between both of our DJI drones. We also found that the Mavic Air came highly recommended for the prosumer market, meaning that the quality of work is meant for consumers, but it is also suitable for professional use. The only downside to the smaller size is the battery life, but the Mavic Air makes up for this with its discreet footprint, which attracts less attention when flying and traveling. The DJI families of drones is the largest provider of drones on the market. In order to test another producer, we chose to get our hands on the Skydio 2 for $1,000. This drone is manufactured in America, unlike the DJI drones, which are from a Chinese company. The Skydio 2 is highly capable when it comes to automated flights, especially for interior scanning due to its pro-efficient hit detection sensors. Unlike the DJI drones that we mentioned that are manufactured in the Chinese market, the Skydio brand of drones are defense contract friendly and are used by the military.
Greetings everyone, I'm John Stera. There are three large right-to requirements that must be considered when trying to do aerial photogrammetry. First is the airspace you hope to fly in. In much of the country, permission from the FAA is required before a flight. The FAA, or the Federal Aviation Administration, is a federal organization that solely administers the national airspace of the United States. Then, if our aircraft weighs more than 250 grams or is used in furtherance of business, it is required to be registered. As we were flying for educational purposes and we wanted to share the ability to fly certain drones in our fleet, we registered our drones under Part 107. Next, there are local laws and land rights where landowners or the municipality may have rules relating to drones. One such is in our very own New York City, where it is legal to take off or land from anywhere other than the model aircraft fields in the New York City park system. Talking about the New York City parks, there's also a requirement to be a part of the AMA or the Academy of Model Aeronautics to fly at their fields. Regulatory requirements is only the start. Before you fly, a pre-flight check of the aircraft is a must for many successful pilots. A flight plan should also be done to ensure best outcomes. For photogrammetry specifically, the hours preceding twilight are great for certain types of scans, while suboptimal for others. Parts of the plan should also be the altitude of flight. Fly too high, you have too low resolution. Fly too low, and you could hit a tree. Photogrammetry is a process that is used to take accurate measurements through images without requiring physical contact. This made photogrammetry the center of our research, and considering how it can be implemented into taking high-level measurements in difficult or even impossible locations, with photogrammetry in mind, we further our development in creating accurate digital twins. Next is our project pipeline. For our test, we used flight planning and photo capturing software Pix4D and Drone Deploy. After images are captured, they are processed into reality capture, which from there we have a digital twin which we can import into Unreal Engine and then prepare to interact with. We are also currently exploring the open source Open Drone Map project to enable the expansion of our capabilities with capturing and processing. Creating simple 2D and some 3D scans of landscape is where Pix4D and Drone Deploy shine. With the free tiers, it enables a large amount of control in what and how we are to capture.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Velasquez, and I'll be going over the main topics covered in Unreal Engine 5. The use of this software was big in the development of our project since it's where we would bring our digital twins to life. But first, we became familiar with how Unreal Engine 5 can be used to implement 3D models and edit them through the addition of various lightings and effects. Then we studied how to independently make films through live shots, which are simply artificial cameras that can take footage from within Unreal Engine projects. Finally, we work with VR and AR project creation tools with the goal of preparing us for future implementation of VR and AR technology. Unreal Engine is a software that's been used in the past and was the basis for our current research. Last year, our advisor, Manuel Jesus, dove into VR and AR technology with Unreal Engine 4. And this year, the focus was on using drones for image capturing for the creation of digital twins in hopes of combining both projects. In the near future, we hope to create an immersive VR project that implements props generated from scans taken through photogrammetry. We learned a lot this past summer while working on this project, mainly the potential that can stem further beyond our current research and goals with workshops, summer boot camps, or engagement programs based on drone mapping, 3D scanning, or simply piloting. The potential of programs in this area of expertise can be enough proof of work for an engineer, computer graphic designer, or a technical artist. However, we did run into a few complications along the way, especially with the equipment that was required for this type of project. We had to find other means of supporting our efforts, such as acquiring drones through our project advisor's funding with reimbursements from CSTEP, and searching for affordable or free of charge mapping software. And as mentioned before, the logistics of flying are easier said than done due to heavy flight restrictions in our area. In retrospect, we should have put more effort into familiarizing ourselves with the aspects related to the drones than its implementation into Unreal Engine. Our plan of action from this point forward is to hopefully get more flight hours in, while at the same time gaining more experience in drone mapping and becoming proficient in Unreal Engine, along with becoming certified pilots through Part 107 certifications, in order to ease collaboration with property owners who would act as our first major scans. Finally, using our research as a basis for student engagement, either through the college or through other means. With that said, we appreciate your time and thank you.